You're doing everything you were told to do. You deliver on time, you go beyond your scope, your manager trusts you, and yet when the promotion list comes out, your name is not on it. And the person who got it, you've been doing their job for the last 6 months. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why that keeps happening and 3-move pattern that every promoted professional uses that nobody is telling you about. I have observed and documented over 50 professionals across industries, seniority levels, and corporate structures. Some got promoted fast, some got stuck doing the same role with only a marginal salary increase. The difference wasn't talent, it was not even performance, it was a specific pattern. 3 moves that I call the promotion code. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly which one of these 3 moves are missing and what to do about it this week. When I started paying attention to who gets promoted and why, I expected the answers to be performance reviews, strong ratings, and consistent delivery. But the truth is, across all 50 professionals I observed, performance was the entry ticket. So all of them were good performers, but that was not the deciding factor. Why? Because almost every person who did not get promoted was also a strong performer. So clearly, that wasn't the differentiating factor. Their output was solid. Their managers respected them. They were reliable. Sometimes the most reliable person on the team. And that is precisely the trap, because reliable gets you kept. It does not get you promoted. The people who moved up were doing something else entirely, something most professionals never realize they need to do because nobody explains it to them directly. Let me show you what it is. Move 1. They stopped proving they were good at their job and started demonstrating they were ready for the next one. This is the most counterintuitive move of the 3. Most professionals spend their energy trying to be exceptional at their current role. They believe that if they do their current job perfectly, the promotion will follow naturally. But decision maker above you is not asking, is this person doing their job well? They are asking, is this person already thinking and operating at level I need to promote them into? The promoted professionals I observed were already doing parts of the next level job voluntarily. Right? Before anyone asked. They were not waiting for a new title to justify new behavior. They were demonstrating the behavior first, and the title followed automatically. You cannot wait for the promotion to start acting like the next level. You have to act like the next level to get the promotion. You see the difference? What does the person one step above you actually spend their time on? Start doing 20% of that this week, and then maybe you can keep expanding on that. Move number 2, they build visibility with the right people, not just their direct manager. Here is something most professionals get completely wrong. They believe career advancement is conversation between them and their immediate manager. If their manager likes them, they will be promoted. If their manager doesn't advocate for them, they are stuck. But promotion decisions, especially at the mid-senior level, are rarely made by the person in the room alone. Think about it. It is impossible to do that. They are made in a conversation between multiple decision makers. And if the only person in that room who knows your name is your direct manager, you're invisible to everyone else who matters. So what was different about the people who got promoted? The promoted professionals had sponsors, not just managers. They had built relationships at least one level above their manager. They had made sure the executive layer knew their name, knew their output, and associated them with specific wins. Your work will never speak for itself in a room you are not in. You have to have a person in that room who speaks for you. Build that relationship before you actually need it. Move number 3. They tied their work to business outcomes, not just task completion. This one separates the professional who gets promoted fast from the one who has to wait for 3 years. Most professionals report their work in terms of activity. Even when I ask them, what do you do? I get activities. It goes something like, I completed the project on time. I handled 12 client accounts. I managed the team through the transition. And that's it. The promoted professionals reported their work in terms of impact to the business. They say something like, I reduced client escalation by 35%. I cut the transition time by 3 weeks, saving the team 200 hours of rework. See, I increased account retention by implementing a new review process. You see that? If you add numbers to it, it'll all make much more sense. One language makes you sound like a capable employee. The other makes you sound like a business asset. Decision makers promote business assets. They maintain capable employees. Go back to your last three major outputs right now. Can you attach a number, a percentage, a cost saving, a time reduction to each one of the outputs? If you cannot, you are presenting yourself in the wrong language, right? Now, here is where it gets uncomfortable. Most professionals hear the three moves and say, oh, I already do some of this. And they are right, partially, because there are three specific mistakes that cancel out everything I just told you. And most professionals are making at least one of them without realizing it. Let me show you what they are. Mistake number one, waiting to be noticed. The professional who waits to be noticed is playing a passive game in an active arena. Your manager is managing 12 things simultaneously. Their visibility of your work is filtered, partial, and biased towards problems, not wins, because managers are dealing with problems. They associate everything that's done with problems, right? They're firefighting themselves. They're not looking at the wins. If you're not actively creating moments where your output reaches the right people, you are relying on luck. And in corporate structure, luck is not a promotion strategy. And mistake number two, staying perfectly in lane. This is the trap that gets most reliable professionals stuck the longest. You were rewarded for staying in your lane earlier in your career. Doing your job and doing it well was the entire expectation. But at the mid-level, staying in your lane signals exactly the wrong thing to the people above you. It signals that you are a specialist in your current role, not a candidate for a broader one. The promoted professional expands their lane deliberately. They take on the adjacent problem, the cross-functional projects, the initiative nobody else is running. Not because it isn't their job, because it builds the evidence that they are already thinking beyond their current scope. And mistake number three, making the promotion ask at appraisal time. If the first time your manager or your manager's manager seriously hears your name in a promotion conversation is at the annual review, you have already lost, my friend. The promoted professionals I observed had been building the case for 12 months before the appraisal. Every win was documented. Every relationship above them was already warm. Every piece of evidence was already in the room. Appraisal is not where you make the case. Appraisal is where you close it. Are you building the case right now, or are you planning to make it in December? That is the difference. Here is how you apply the promotion code, not eventually this week. Step 1. Write down the top 3 outputs you have delivered in the last 90 days. Next to each one, write the business impact in numbers. If you cannot attach a number, your first job this week is to find one. Step 2. Map the people who matter to your promotion. Your direct manager is one name. Who are the 2 or maybe 3 decision makers one level above that? Which of them knows your name and your work? If the answer is nobody, that is your priority. Step number 3. Identify one thing the person above you spends their time on that you are not doing. One thing, then find a legitimate way to contribute to it this month. You do not need to overhaul everything at once. You need to start moving in the right direction before your next performance cycle closes. Because the promoted professionals did not do all 3 moves perfectly from day one. But the truth is, they started earlier than everyone else. And by the time appraisal came, the decision had already been made. I want to leave you with one honest observation. The professionals who stay stuck the longest were not the weakest performers in the room. They were often among the strongest. They were operating on a belief that had quietly expired. The belief that doing great work is enough. It was enough at a junior level. It is not enough anymore. At this level, the game has changed. And if nobody told you that the rules changed, that is not your failure. That is a gap in how corporate systems develops its people. But now you know, and knowing is only useful if you can act on it. So before you close this video, I want you to answer one question honestly. Are you currently building the case for your next promotion, or are you waiting for someone above you to notice? Drop a yes or no in the comment, because your answer tells you exactly what your next move is. If you found any value in this video, please like and subscribe to the channel and share it with someone who may find value as well. Speak to you next week.